Hello and welcome to a special unboxing video from RC Empire featuring a brand new Kyosho Mini-Z, and I'm very excited to be opening this and see what we have. Now this is kind of a little bonus video, pre-Christmas present that we've got ourselves. And we actually haven't bought a Kyosho Mini-Z for many years, and to be honest, I don't know why, because they are the best. They're great for beginners as your first model and even for pros. And unlike a lot of the mini cars and trucks coming out today, they have always had a real high level of tunability and adjustability. So pretty much letting you do the same thing with these as you can with a bigger model, just on a smaller scale. So for example, you can change the shocks, the springs, motors, arms, the wheels, especially on some of the higher end models like the Evo series, which are incredible bits of kit. So as well as these being great bashers, you can also seriously race them, and there are a lot of clubs and shops that run Mini-Z race series, which is great to see. And again, you have that tunability of the cars to keep the racing exciting. What I love is that there are so many pros to the Kyosho Mini-Z models. Firstly, as you will see, they are tiny, and as a result of this, you can drive them in the smallest of places and set up tracks almost anywhere, which is why so many shops have a little dedicated area to a mini track for racing. It also means, and something I like, that they are really easy to store and don't take up huge amounts of space like the bigger models, which is a big plus. The second great thing about the Mini-Z models, I think, is just how many variants Kyosho have out there, ranging from the cheaper beginner ready to run kits to full pro kits that you can build up yourself using your chosen parts, and everything in between. And I'd say this one we've got here is in between. You've also got different chassis and configurations, so you've got front wheel drive, rear wheel drive models and all wheel drive models. You've got buggies, touring cars, scale cars, and some amazing Honda Civic models, which I personally would love. And there's a whole range of different bodies too. They did used to have a monster truck too, which was cool, but I can't find this anywhere. I think they've discontinued it, which is a shame. But do let us know down below in the comments if you'd like to see them bring back the monster truck or any other Mini-Z models. Saying this, however, they have just brought out a number of new models and bodies which look really cool. Now, for my first encounter with the Kyosho Mini RC models came in the form of this super cool little blue Dodge Viper with white racing stripes. And I think this was actually called a Palm Runner, which we got from the hobby store in Camden, London for around £40 at the time. And this must have been around 16 years ago. From there, we've had a red Ferrari, the Mercedes G-Wagon, and around 9 years ago, we got the Lewis Hamilton Special Edition Formula 1 Mini-Z, which is such a nice model. And we've still got that, and may do a little mini video on that later on, because it was a limited edition, and it's got some cool features on it. Now, if we slowly open up this box and take a look at what we've got. And look at that. Immediately you can see the amazing detail and scale of it. Now what we have here is the 2015 Audi R8 LMS series race car, kit number 3232AS, and what a beauty it is. Let's just get that paper off. And there it is, a great looking little package all round. These would make excellent presents, I think. Now quickly, on the bottom you can see the chassis configuration of this model. So it's the MR03 rear wheel drive chassis with a wide tread, which we'll talk about a bit more in a minute, and MM, that's motor positioning on the chassis. So MM is the standard wheelbase mid-mounted motor, LM is long wheelbase mid-mounted motor, where the motor is mounted just centered in front of the rear wheels. RM is rear mounted motor, where the motor is centered just behind the rear wheels, and HM is high mounted motor, so the motor is mounted directly above the rear wheels but a little bit higher up. and this does make a big difference. Now I actually think that the MR03 chassis will let you fit all the Mini-Z bodies on it, which is really good, but do double check that because some of the bodies are specifically made for rear wheel drive, front wheel drive or all wheel drive cars. And you can also see it's ready set, so it's ready to run. Now a bit of info and some of the specs here on the box. We have a brand new circuit board with much improved steering, and we'll test this out versus our old Mini-Z later on in the series. And brilliantly, this is what I was talking about with the adjustability of these models. You can adjust the tread width on this model to change its driving characteristics. And something I think will look amazingly cool, you can add lights. And there's already a port on the car to let you do that easily. And that's great for all you super scale fans out there. We will definitely be buying a set of those in the coming weeks, so do watch out for that. And something we definitely didn't have on our older Mini-Z, compatibility for a stability gyro, which will be really interesting to try out and see just how much it actually affects the car and its driving. We may try that out, but only if enough people really want to see it and we get lots of views. Also, this has full ball bearings, which is really good. I think the only reason we got full ball bearings on our Formula 1 model was because it was a limited edition, but this seems to come with them standard all round. On the back, again, we have some more specs and info of what's included and also the car, and I can't wait to open this up. Firstly, as mentioned, this is a ready to run set, so it comes with a transmitter, which is great. If you got this as a present, all you would need to do is add batteries and you would be ready to go. Now, very interestingly, and something I love, is that it's a Synchro Transmitter, the same make as the one we got with our Kyosho Inferno Neo ST 3.0 that a lot of you have seen on our channel, which is great because so far that transmitter has been flawless and is really nice, so hopefully this will be the same. And even its design there is similar with those fins on the front, which is really cool. A kind of alien look to it. It's nice to see that consistency in hardware across the Kyosho ready set models. So this is the KT531P transmitter, and it's also got a training mode, which is a real clever feature. This initially slows the car down and lets you get used to it before going full speed ahead. You can see a few details there too, so you have a proportional steering system, so it's not just full lock left or full lock right, it's exactly the same as you'd find on a bigger model. So the more you turn the steering wheel on the transmitter, the more the wheels turn in proportion. And there you have your rear suspension spring too, which you can change, and most exciting, your optional upgrade parts. And down here you can see the technical specifications and measurements too. Finally, the included parts. You get some extra pinions, which is great for tuning the acceleration and top speed characteristics of the car, and some little cones too, which is cool. So you can set up your own little track with those. Basically, you get every single thing you need to have fun. And if this was your one and only radio controlled model, I think you'd be very happy. Although you will need a flat surface to run this particular Audi R8 on. We will be testing it outdoors too, but only on a super flat ground. And we'll be talking about the surfaces you can run them on later on in the series and showing you our track. Now one thing, I am surprised to see that they're actually marketing this as your first radio controlled car. Because although it is one of the best hobby grade first radio controlled cars you can ever get and perfect for beginners, it also caters to professionals and experienced drivers. So great fun all round. And it will give you that range of fun throughout your hobby lifetime. Finally, a few quick measurements. The box measures in at 24 centimeters across, 30 centimeters high, and 11 centimeters deep. So a nice little package. And quickly, the width really hasn't changed that much from our F1 Mini-Z from all those years ago, which we'll show you in another episode. Although the F1 box is a bit sun damaged because we've had it as a display piece for most of its life. But that's it, the absolutely stunning Kyosho Audi R8 LMS Mini-Z. In the next episode, we will be opening this up, taking a look at the box content and seeing it power up for the first time. Look at that. so detailed, and we will be taking a closer look at this in the next episode when we open it up, ready to rip around the track and bash around. And if you are following us on our social media pages, you will see the track that we are currently building for this, so do follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. But that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this little video and introduction to our brand new Mini-Z. Please do rate, comment, subscribe and share this video. Thank you for watching and see you soon.